All right, thank you very much, Mehndi, for sharing more details. Now, shifting our focus to the big story that we're tracking from Maharashtra. Estranged cousins Raj Thackeray and Uddhav Thackeray have sparked speculation about a possible reconciliation, with statements indicating they could ignore trivial issues and join hands nearly 2 decades after a bitter parting of ways. While Raj, who heads the Maharashtra Nirman Sena, the MNS, has said uniting in the interest of the Marathi Manoos was not difficult. On the other hand, Shiv Sena UBT chief Uddhav Thackeray has said that he was ready to put aside the trivial fights, provided that those working against Maharashtra's interests were not entertained. He has also, in fact, very categorically signalled that there should not be any entry of the anti-Maharashtra forces. And this possible reunion is hinting at now the reconciliation is hinting at over the interest for the people of Maharashtra. Shahid Ansari, my colleague, is joining me live on the broadcast. Shahid, very good morning. At this point, I believe that there is a fresh wave of the reconciliation in Maharashtra, where now the MNS and the UBT Shiv Sena is possibly thinking to also reconcile after parting ways for the greater good of Maharashtra. What does this mean for the possible alliance on the cards?
देखिए, ये ऑफर जो है राज ठाकरे की तरफ से दिया गया है और ये एक पॉडकास्ट इंटरव्यू था जिसमें महेश मांजरेकर के साथ उन्होंने कुछ बातचीत की थी और उस दौरान उन्होंने बहुत अहम बात कही है। एक तो ये कि उनका जो है उनका मसला जो रहा है, उनकी जो लड़ाई रही है उद्धव ठाकरे से रही है, जो भी सियासी लड़ाई रही हो या जाति लड़ाई रही हो, उन्होंने कहा अगर महाराष्ट्र के हित के लिए अगर हम एक दूसरे के साथ होना चाहें और उससे महाराष्ट्र की जनता और महाराष्ट्र इस रियासत का हित अगर हो रहा है तो हम क्यों ना एक हो सकते हैं। हम ये सारी चीजें, हमारे जो मसले मसाइल हैं, इन्हें हम साइड में रख सकते हैं। हालांकि इनकी जो मनसे की जो राज ठाकरे हैं, मनसे चीफ राज ठाकरे की जो लड़ाई रही है पार्टी छोड़ने की, 2006 में जब उन्होंने छोड़ा था तो उनकी असल लड़ाई जो है उद्धव ठाकरे के साथ ही थी और इसी लड़ाई की वजह से उन्होंने पार्टी भी छोड़ी और जो रिश्ते रहे हैं उन रिश्तों में भी जो है इनकी तल्खियां पैदा हुई। अब चूंकि मामला अभी आज की बात है, अगर जब इन्होंने अपने इंटरव्यू में, पॉडकास्ट इंटरव्यू में राज ठाकरे ने कहा है कि हम एक हो सकते हैं, सवाल ये भी रहा है कि भाई आप अलग जो हुए हैं तो उस अलग के बाद जो तल्खियां पैदा हुई हैं आप और उनके बीच में, तो उन्होंने ये भी कहा है कि हम रियासत के जो है जो जनता है और रियासत की मराठी अवाम है, मराठी जनता है, उसके लिए हम जो है अगर अपने ईगो को जो है साइड में रख के सारी चीजें कर सकते हैं तो मुझे नहीं लगता है कि मुझे कोई दिक्कत पैदा होगी। अब देखिए, ये ऑफर सीधे सीधे जो है राज ठाकरे की तरफ से है उद्धव ठाकरे को। हालांकि उनके तरफ से अब तक कोई इस पे कोई बहुत जो है गंभीरता से या इस चीज को लेकर कोई बयान उनकी तरफ से नहीं आया, लेकिन राज ठाकरे ने ये ऑफर सीधे सीधे दे दिया है। अब अगर आप इसको सियासी नजर से सिमरन देखेंगी तो इसमें दो चीजें हैं। एक तो ये है कि दोनों पार्टी जो है अभी भी जो है अपने आप को बचाने के लिए और अपने सियासी वजूद को बचाने के लिए जो है जद्दोजहद कर रही है, संघर्ष कर रही है। मनसे का मामला ऐसा रहा है कि 2006 में वो पार्टी से अलग हुए हैं और 2009 में जो है इनके 13 विधायक आए, उसके बाद से फिर इनके विधायक या इनका जो
well, all right, Shahid, thank you very much for sharing more details and also adding information. Now, Raj Lakshmi Joshi, the political analyst, is joining me on the broadcast on the same. Ms. Joshi, very good morning. Now, we see something that has not happened in a long time in Maharashtra, and when we speak about Maharashtra, it is quite interesting as to how the parties and their intentions unfold. When the Sena brothers are now coming back, Chief Minister of Maharashtra has welcomed the move, with the MNS chief and UBT Shiv Sena chief now hinting at possible coming together, putting their differences aside. What do you think this means? This move, which possibly could be in a pursuit to take out the NDA and the BJP out of the state, is also what it can look like.
Very good morning, Simran. And you are right in the sense that yes, the coming together of the two Thackeray's can definitely be worthy of a big news. But at the same time, I would not call it something that can actually shake the NDA, very frankly. Because right now you have seen in the recent Maharashtra state elections that Mr. Uddhav Thackeray was not really able to make any dent into the popularity of the NDA. In fact, the NDA did much better than what they did in the Lok Sabha. And at that time, if you can see that the electorally, MNS was not able to perform as well as they hoped to, with or without the support of the NDA. So, very frankly, electorally, I don't see much of a difference happening to the NDA because of this coming together, if and when that happens. Because, again, this will be a big challenge to the existence and the identity of Mr. Uddhav Thackeray. Again, because, very frankly, the cadre, they look at Mr. Raj Thackeray as a much bigger leader, even though very frankly, Mr. Uddhav Thackeray is the son of Balasaheb Thackeray. But at the same time, they've always looked at Mr. Raj Thackeray as somebody who has always been almost looking similar to Mr. Bal Thackeray, and at the same time, he almost speaks like him. So he has a very dynamic way of speaking, Raj Thackeray, and so that is the reason why a lot of Mr. Uddhav Thackeray's leaders themselves are a little shaken, or they are not very, they're hesitant about this alliance, this prospective alliance, very frankly. So a very it's a little uncertain in how they are going to iron out the differences, because all these years their cadre has suffered huge deep dents. They have had strong bitterness amongst each other, even though they come from the same poll, even though they have had the same voter base. But
All right,
now
Ms.
they've had
Joshi,
a
thank
lot
you very much for, in fact, giving us your time and putting the focus on what the issue at the point remains like. Now, joining me live on the broadcast is Mr. Ari Darwala as well, BJP spokesperson and also a very senior leader for BJP in Maharashtra. Now, sir, appreciate you joining me this morning and thank you very much. Now, cousins are reuniting in Maharashtra, and this is very much looking at a pact of possible coming together to defeat the impact of the BJP and to also target its prowess in Maharashtra, specifically when it comes to the imposition of Hindi, is what both the Sena brothers are looking at. How do you respond to this? And frankly, what is the BJP's now plan would be as a possible strategy for coming together for the Sena brothers after decades has come forward?
Yeah. Good morning to you, Simran. Two brothers meeting and the message going to the voters and the vote base, as our previous anchor said, that in Maharashtra we have a certain fan following of the respected Balasaheb Thackeray. And if the siblings come together, I can tell you, being politics aside, keeping and rising above a political mandate, it is a welcome move. Because we had an ideology with Bharatiya Janata Party and Shiv Sena shared for 35 years. Today when I say with confidence that the Ram Mandir issue, we had only 2 members in the Lok Sabha and one elected representative in Maharashtra. That is a time when Balasaheb Thackeray had done the hand-holding of BJP. As I say, rising above politics, 2 family members coming together is a welcome move, and Bharatiya Janata Party does not see as a threat, because for another 5 to 6 years we do not have elections coming, and a local election like a corporation election is a very different ball game. It is not a national issue, it is a very local issue, and everybody who performs and who delivers will be elected. So we do not see this as a threat, but we see as a welcome move, because we believe in Sanatan, Hindus being protected, Hindus' rights and ideology being protected. And nevertheless, if Uddhav Thackeray ji realizes that being with Sanatani Bharatiya Janata Party, a saffron party, which Raj Thackeray has the oratory skill of Balasaheb Thackeray, it is a welcome move, and we really welcome this. Family coming together is a welcome.
While it's a welcome, in fact, as BJP then clears its stand that it has no, in fact, impact of it on the Maharashtra state elections, and also locally, this is also coming together of the parties that have not been with the BJP. So how do you look at that?
100%. See, I am telling you, and last 3 years, Roshan, if you remember, Simran, if you remember, we have never attacked Uddhav Balasaheb Thackeray ji directly, because we know that down the line he will realize that he was misguided, like by the Congress and the NCP Supremo Sharad Pawar ji, for a very, very selfish motive. The day Uddhav Thackeray ji realizes that he was used for an agenda to keep BJP away by Congress and NCP, he will move out. And you can take this as a step of Uddhav Balasaheb Thackeray moving out of this Indie alliance, and in near future, aligning with the saffron agenda, and that is where the party will lead, and that, believe me, is the final destination, and where this government, the 2047 vision which Honorable Modi ji is seeing, is going to be accomplished with the Thackeray brothers coming together and in near future joining hands with the Bharatiya Janata Party.
All right, Mr. Ari Daruwala, thank you very much for being with us on the broadcast and sharing your response. Now, viewers, let's take a look at some of the political reactions coming on this controversy.
देखिए, पहली बात तो यह है कि अगर वो साथ में आते हैं तो हमें उसकी खुशी है, क्योंकि कोई भी अगर बिछड़े हुए लोग साथ में आते हैं या किसी का विवाद समाप्त होता है तो अच्छी बात है, इसमें बुरा मानने की क्या बात है, तो आए। लेकिन इससे ज्यादा इसके ऊपर हम क्या बोले, क्योंकि इन्होंने ऑफर दिया, उन्होंने रिस्पॉन्ड किया, इन्होंने शर्तें रखी, इसके ऊपर तो वो बोल सकते हैं, हम क्या बोल सकते।
अच्छा है कि उन्होंने बोल दिया कि महाराष्ट्र के हित के लिए दोनों भाई अगर साथ में आते हैं, रिश्ता अच्छा होता है, तो अच्छी बात है, खुशी की बात है। पूरे महाराष्ट्र, मराठी लोग और जो बाला साहब के ऊपर प्यार करते हैं, आदर है, वो सब लोग खुश हो जाएंगे, दोनों भाई अगर साथ में आते हैं तो। बट उसका मतलब ये नहीं होता है कि इससे पहले दोनों जब ये बिखरे या अलग हुए तब के रीजंस खाली देख लेना, तो उसके बाद मनसैनिक हो या तभी के शिव सैनिक हो, ये लोग एग्री करेंगे क्या साथ में आने के लिए? क्योंकि ये जो बोल रहे कि हम लोग साथ में आएंगे, महाराष्ट्र के भले के आएंगे, अरे महाराष्ट्र का भला तो हो ही गया, वैसे भी तुम लोग जब सेपरेट होने के बाद महाराष्ट्र का भला